Hey, what's up everybody? Today I just wanted to talk a little bit about the Keen Ramps round rail, why I got it, and the first few sessions that I've had on it. Basically at the beginning of the summer, I gave myself a goal. I had probably 4 or 5 rail tricks that I wanted to try, and by the end of the summer, hadn't tried any of them. I was kind of realizing the reason is a lot of the parks around here in the Denver area, there's not a lot of beginner friendly, especially round rails. Everything's square railed and everything's usually pretty tall. I'm just turned 37, so I have to be smart about how I approach tricks nowadays because my body just doesn't have a lot to give. So for my 37th birthday, decided to buy myself this Keen Ramps rail that I saw online. It fits in my car. I can take it apart and just stick it in the back of my car and bring it places. It's adjustable height, so for learning, it's awesome. So this is basically how my first few sessions went. I don't really warm up with flat ground anymore. I have to kind of warm up with transition. It's the only way I can get my legs warm. So I usually always do about 10-15 minutes of transition before I kind of get into everything. That kind of hurt my wrist. Yeah, so once I got into the rail, I basically just wanted to run through it, get a feel for it, and do every trick I basically have on rails, which isn't that many. Once I started doing these tricks, everything was feeling really good on them. It grinds really well, especially new with just that fresh paint on it. I got to put a little bit of wax on it to warm it up, but aside from that, it grinds and slides really well. The one trick I really wanted to try in this first session was nollie lip slide. And to be honest, I have really bad nollies. My nollies just don't really go anywhere, so I've always been nervous to try to kind of figure this trick out. But after a few tries, they came right to me. Really excited that my first session, I was able to figure out nollie lip slide. So that was kind of like a check mark off right there. Second session was all about frontside feebles. That's a trick that I had been thinking about all summer. I'd really been visualizing it a lot, but like I said, there's just no good rails to learn it on. A lot of square rails, a lot of tall rails. So I was pretty excited to be able to try frontside feebles on this thing. So I warmed up with a few frontside 50-50s and some frontside board slides and got right into it. This one was more of a battle than I expected, as I sort of understand where the pinch is supposed to be, but being able to get your board to pinch without catching your kingpin is really tough. And on one of the first tries, I ate it, took a scab off my back because I dug the kingpin into the rail really bad. Yeah, this one became quite a battle. Just trying to figure out where my weight's supposed to be, where the pinch is supposed to be. What was cool about it is this session, some of the local guys were actually pretty excited to see this rail, so we got this whole session going with a bunch of guys, which was a lot of fun. And after quite a battle, I was able to land my first frontside feeble. Wasn't good, but was able to land that. I landed a second, and then I landed a third, which I was really excited about. Next session, I really wanted to make sure that I had the nollie lip slides and frontside feebles down and was able to land a couple more. But aside from that, I had a couple other tricks in mind. I wanted to do blunt slide and I wanted to figure out nollie backside lip slide. Started off this session by just working on those nollie lip slides, working on that pop quite a bit. And then trying to get another frontside feeble. This one just didn't quite click the way I was hoping it would. I was hoping I'd be able to land that first one and just have them from there on. I sort of feel like that's how it was with backside feebles for me, but frontside feebles have been quite a battle for any of the ones that I've landed, but was able to land one of my better ones on this session, as well as a couple others that I got off camera. Then I decided to try the blunt slides. So for blunt slides, it's really just about working up the confidence to try that initial one, just because I'd never tried them before on any sort of rail, any sort of curb, ledge, anything like that. Ollied over the rail a couple times, did a couple board slides, and then just went for it. After a few tries, was able to lock in, and from there it became a pretty easy trick, which is great. And then, yeah, wanted to try nollie backside lip slide. I generally feel more comfortable popping nollie in that direction, so I thought it would work out a little better, but it's way scarier. So it took a little bit to work up the courage, but once I was able to kind of pop, get the board to land onto the rail, I felt pretty comfortable, and those came about pretty quick. Just 3 sessions in, and I was able to knock off almost all the tricks that I wanted to do throughout the whole summer, and you know, had a lot of fun doing it. The 4th session really wasn't about learning anything new. I really just wanted to kind of do like a recap of the tricks that I had learned already. The one that's been toughest is the frontside feeble. That seems to still be a battle every time, but I'm landing them a little bit more consistent. All in all, yeah, talking about this rail, it's been super sturdy, which actually surprised me a little bit. And a few of the guys that have been skating with me have been pretty surprised as well about how well it kind of holds up. And then the ability to raise it up, starting on the low setting and then getting stuff on the medium setting to the high setting. I would totally recommend this rail to anybody that doesn't really have a good beginner rail at one of their local parks, wants something maybe they can practice on at home, or want something that they can just put in their car and drive around to wherever they want. So that's all I can say. Fun sessions. The next one I'm gonna try, it's the last one I have on my list, is just the regular backside lip slide. Pretty nervous about that one, but I'm hoping it'll be my next video. So stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed the sessions that I had on this, and I'll see you in the next one.